Hi everyone, it's Annesley speaking. I live in Australia and I used to be quite well known all over the world in the doll industry, cloth doll industry. I had websites and I travelled to America teaching and design patterns and what have you for my dolls. Over the last few years I've become had difficulty with health problems, and in fact for the last 2 years I've been stuck in a wheelchair, which was pretty isolating, and I've managed to get myself out of the wheelchair, but I'm still disabled to the state that I really can't go out and walk around for very long without what would you say, reaping the rewards, which aren't rewards later, which keep me on my bed for a week afterwards. So I'm working my way around medications and getting through this and trying to get back into the art world. Now, what actually happened was in the past, around about 2004, I started a number of YouTube channels, which I went on years later to actually not remember I had, and in that time I had a little stroke, and I think that could be one of the reasons that I forgot about the YouTube channels. But anyway, I found them again. I've got 3 YouTube channels, and although I don't have a lot of subscribers to them, I have had a lot of views, like thousands and thousands and thousands of views. So what I've done is I've tried to get into the back end of those channels and get them moving again. Unfortunately, the best one, or the one with the most content on it at the moment, I'm unable to revive because I had my own website at the time with my own domain name, and that was my email address, and that's gone now. Someone else has it and I'm not able to get it back. So then the second channel was one that I did book reviews, arty book reviews, which I really enjoyed doing. And I thought that'd be great, and it might earn me a few dollars in the future. And unfortunately, YouTube gave it a strike for copyright, so I'm not able to use that channel anymore either. It's still there, and you can go and watch the content, and that's fine. Just look for Annesley, and two channels should come up. The last one, the third one, I think has only about 6 videos on it, but that's the one I'm going to completely revive, I hope. So I'm hoping to put a lot more content up there as time goes on and revive that completely, and get some new friends along the way, and hopefully some of the old fans will come back and still like what I'm doing. So I've found the other thing that I'd really like to do, or think I'd like to do, is live stream. But because I've only got 25 subscribers on that channel, I can't live stream with YouTube until I have 100 subscribers altogether. So if you're watching this and you feel like subscribing to help me, that would be wonderful. And but in the meantime, I've just decided to pretend. Whoops, that's my cat. What's the matter? Oh, you don't like me talking. She really doesn't understand what talking is. I usually have earbuds in when I'm on the computer, and she can't see anybody else here. Okay, I hope she's not going to be too much of a disruption. I'm going to have to educate her, obviously. She's a cat we got from the pound. She's a rescue cat, and she was 6 years old when we got her, when we lost our darling Jessie. and Sophie, her name is, and she's a wonderful cat, but she's decided now that she owns us and that we need to do what she says, just like most cats. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm going to try and just pretend I'm live streaming anyway, even though I won't have a live audience to talk to. So I'm not going to be in a great rush. You won't hear any music because I just find it very difficult to listen to music when I'm watching things like this. And I find that we've all got different tastes in music, and we all sensitive to how loud the music is, etc., etc. So there won't be any music. There'll be, what I'm doing today is a flip through of this junk journal here. Now, in the old days, or the days that when I was doing this sort of thing, a junk journal was one that you made out of junk. So you made it out of things that you got stuck in your letterbox, or you know, all that these wasted brochures and things that we get, tickets and things you get when you go, you know, on adventures and that sort of thing. Well, mine sort of started out like this because this cover, and the whole cover is a, you know, bits of scrapbook paper and bits of paper from one of those brochures, and it's pretty tattered now. And I just did it up with a piece of string, as you can see here. But anyway, as time went on, it seemed like a good place to put my own little bits of art. I've never been a sketcher, I've never been a real drawer or anything like that. So if I did a piece, I wanted to put it all in a place together. So that's where it ended up. So I'll just show you quickly through this, because I think it's got some cute little bits and pieces in it that I'll probably use in the future, and I still got to cover it, and I've got just a couple more pieces inside to do. So okay, let's turn over the page and see what we've got here. Oh dear, my tripod is in the way. How are we going to do this? I just might have to move something. Move my computer wrong way. Seeing we've sort of that's pretty good. Okay, I'm sorry it's on a lean. I might do that again, see if I can get it down a bit more. Oops. Meow. Yes. Okay, so here we go. I started doing some journaling and some pictures of girls. I've put in some, when I bought some stuff from Teacher Moore, she sent me these fabulous cards. I'm just trying to bring them up to the camera. This was one of them here, the first one, with one of the collages in, and the other one is for the Astronauts Club, which I belong to. They are just gorgeous. And this one, this is a postcard she also sent to me of one of her collages. Sorry, it's showing a bit of shine there. Okay, and journaling on that page. Just sketch, trying to learn to do faces. Some doodling here. I'm going to go through fairly quickly. More girls' heads. And these little flowers here, I just love doing these. I use watercolours and then cut them out. I'll be using those again in the future. Here's some more that have been cut out and glued on. Whoops, you didn't really see those. Here they are, yeah. And some more doodling. Okay, I am who I am. Your approval is not needed. I must have been feeling a little bit scratchy at the time. Another girl's face. That might have been a class, I can't remember. Oh no, I think it may have been just I was playing with doing tiny lips, tiny nose and big eyes, and this one I wanted to make more of a shallow face with the lips and try and come up with a new style. I don't know if I ever did that. This is just a fun page, Prosper, a few pictures of modern flowers. Whoops. underneath me is all the paint from painting and what have you, all the scrap. This is another type of girl that I did, and I used gelatos to get her face really pretty. This is a fairly recent one, just filling up these gaps. This is a canvas that I did more recently, a few years ago. I took a photo of that because I wanted to keep it. This is a little girl that I did in July 2007. I think she's really cute. This is more girls and flowers. This is something I did after doing a Daniel Donaldson class. Bits of, cards. And over here, another girl. Some bits and pieces, just playing around. This picture is also from a Daniel Donaldson one. Something I liked just in a magazine or somewhere. More flowers. Oh, these are really interesting ones. I used a sort of a photo paper with alcohol inks on here and then did doodling around it, which I really enjoyed. You are the twinkle in my eyes, I really like that. Beautiful washi tape that I got. Safari. Some fun flowers. Another girl. More flowers. Okay, this one I'm not finished. I went over it with some paint around the edges. It's really interesting actually. What you do is you just splatter watercolour paint all over your page, and then when it's dried you come back and see what creatures or what kind of things you can make out of it. And I made fish and seaweed floating up and more fish. Look, they're all together. This one's going up to the roof, and this one's coming down, which cracked me up. I don't know, I'm not sure if this came from Tisha Moore or something I was doing. This is something like Alyssa Burke does. I was having a go at that. Really enjoyed it and enjoy the bright colours. Okay, these are some things that got pulled out of a journal. If I don't fill a journal right up, then I feel like, maybe I've pulled a few pages out, which I tend to do, but I'm trying not to anymore. These are just basically doodles on those pages, things I was playing with. This you may have seen before. This was pages in a journal, which was trying to make a, like a diary. This is the 23rd of June 2014, and that's all the things that sort of happened on that day. I'll show you in the next video something that's like that, but not that I'm playing with at the moment. This one, it's all the things I was doing. So obviously starting to watch House of Cards, 24th of June, didn't do the groceries because it was too cold. That was in New Zealand. Yeah, so here we go, some more. This is just a matter of ruling up a page, or not even ruling up a page, just putting odd lines in the page. And then what I would do is put, going down lines, and then just fill them up with bits and pieces of doodles and anything that was happening, and put the date through there, and then anything that was actually happening, slow and steady progress. So whatever I was doing, it was slow. Skyped with Bev. She was a friend of mine online from Ireland. Got a new electric blanket for my bed. I would have needed it over there. Rain, rain, rain once again. Just a bit of doodling here. This is a card my friend Annie sent me. And I've glued a postcard from Destin in the United States that I came over to teach. And Annie and I went to Florida for a week and had a lot of fun, and stayed at Destin. I couldn't believe how white the sands were. It was so beautiful. This is a card that I kept from my darling friend Ellie, who passed away a number of years ago now. It's a card that she sent me that I wanted to keep forever, so I thought this was the perfect place to put it. There again's another picture from my girl I did in New Zealand with those flowers, and that canvas of that girl is gone. So that's why I want to keep the photograph that I had of it. There's some flowers I've done recently actually. They didn't really fit on the page properly, but so I turned it upside down. I had a lot of fun with that. So that's the end of this particular junk journal, as they say. But it's one that I'll keep because it's now full, and I don't have to. I can add some other bits and pieces, some tip-ins and things, and see what I'm going to do next. Sophie, no, you've got climbing trees and you've got scratching towels. She's just decided to scratch on my table instead of her own places to scratch. Okay, so the other thing I was going to say was that my husband and I decided to move back from New Zealand. We were just there. We went over there to try and help my mother, who's 94 now. We stayed there for 5 years, and then I was so sick and so homesick for Australia and the warmth and the sunshine that we decided to come back. Because we've travelled over there back and forwards quite a few times in the last number of years, we'd actually spent all of our savings in superannuation, so we just didn't have any money to come back. And what I decided, I went around the house and worked out that if we sold all of our furniture and our car and everything we had, then we might just scrape through bringing our cat Jessie back. That was going to cost $3,000, close to $3,000. As it was, she passed away soon after we got here, like a month or 6 weeks after we got here, because the vets in New Zealand didn't tell us that she had kidney disease, which we didn't know until the vet here checked her over and found that out, which, you know, was really rotten. But anyway, we had her over here for a little while with us, which was wonderful. Anyway, it turned out that what happened at the end was that, you know, a lot of our furniture sold and it was really wonderful. Other stuff, no one was really interested in it. So what we decided to do was put it outside the front of the house and just let people take it for free, hoping that the universe might feel that we, karma, feel happy with us and help us out the way. And as it turned out, we had just enough money to come back and get ourselves a car and get ourselves into a house, a rental. And I had to give up all I didn't have to, but I chose to, because we only could carry 2 suitcases each. As it was, when we were at the airport, we were over and had to take out heaps of stuff and just give it to our friends to throw away, which was just mind-blowing. And, you know, I had $400 worth of beads I'd bought back from America, and I had a lifetime's worth of art and craft stuff that I'd collected. So it was like, you know, if I wanted to do something, I knew that I could always use something out of my stash. But anyway, so I'm in Australia now. I'm not complaining because it got us here. We're very happy, although Wayne's had quite a few health issues since we've been here. But we're very happy here, and I'm starting to build up a new stash, which is quite exciting. But it's slow, very slow, because I got here, I didn't even have a piece of material. I didn't even have a piece of fabric that I could do anything with, you know. So, but I've now bought a few pieces of fabric, the pieces of fabric that I know I can use. So that's really great. I don't have any lace or beads or anything like that now. But anyway, as I go along, I'm going to start adding those things. And now I've started making journals. Not this type of journals, more like the Traveller's Notebook, and making them into junk journals and things like that, which I'm really, really enjoying. So I think that's a really good introduction, and hopefully I'll get as many videos up as I can in the next few months, and hopefully you'll subscribe and like and come back. I'm trying to think of the days that I'll probably put as many videos up on Monday and Tuesday as I can. So Monday and Tuesdays we're a day ahead of you in America, but we're certainly Mondays and Tuesdays in Australia and New Zealand. So I hope that we can get together, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.